Professor.
If you keep...
How are you going on, Professor?
Professor? You're not English, are you?
You Irish?
Yeah. So, if you have a culture,
Stay here, don't move.
you have something... If you have a culture, you have something through which you extract nutrients. You see, you can only extract nutrients from your food if you have bacteria, enzymes. If you remove the bacteria, you remove the potential to extract nourishment. If you remove the culture, you remove the potential to extract spiritual nourishment from your environment. You see? Because they say there's food for the soul and there's food for the belly. So if you sterilize your environment, you lower your immunity, you lower your exposure to bacteria, you hinder your microbiome, then you hinder your ability to extract food, nutrients from your food. So how can you have food for the soul if you don't have culture? How can you extract nutrients from your environment, from your culture, if you're giving it over, if you're sterilizing? They're sterilizing to say, wear the mask, dehumanize, don't know if you're smiling or you're angry. It's true. People who know each other for years, they don't even recognize each other, passing each other on the street. Oh, Mary, I didn't see you there. So what they're doing is they're sterilizing your environment. They're removing your culture from you. That's what it's all about. They say, wash your hands, wash out your culture. Do you not see the parallel? See, all you have to do is look to your environment, what's happening in the physical realm, to see what's happening in the spiritual realm. And once God opens your eyes to see what's happening in the spiritual realm, then what's happening in the physical realm makes a lot more sense. It's no surprise that it's starting to look a lot more like Islam around here with all the veiled faces. What's with all the veiled faces? And they're trying to introduce Chrislamism. Christian, Judaism, Islam. They're trying to meld them all together. So what they're trying to do is sterilize the Irish culture and introduce a new culture. They have to remove the Irish culture and at the same time slip something else in there before you notice. And that's what they're doing. Where's your man playing the fiddle gone? Down the road. You see what I'm saying to you? All the music sounds the same. You can play all the music on the charts with 4 chords. The 4-chord trick. So what's going on? Why is the quality of artwork being reduced? Just a blob on the wall. Just get the pot of paint and splash it against the canvas. Woohoo! 100,000, please. Asking price. People used to go to art college and they'd learn art history and they'd look at masters and they'd learn from them. And they'd look at a lot of different masters and then they'd form their own style. But now you just get a pot of paint or you just put a dot in the middle of it, of a canvas, and they'd say it's priceless. They used to call it priceless because nobody would buy it. Now they're saying it's invaluable. They just use it as a way of laundering money, cleaning money. That's what they do. You see, that's a priceless piece of artwork. It's worth, how much do we need to clean? 500,000. So what you're seeing is you're seeing culture being manipulated. And so your ability to extract nourishment from your culture is being sterilized. Just like your hands and everything you touch. Mop the floor 10 times a day. They come in with their chemicals and they spray everything. And that's what they're doing in the unseen realm.
Listen, right?
I'm listening.
If I can make you laugh, will you give me €50?
I don't have got 50 euro to give you, so.
You do in heaven, you've loads of it. Stacked up.
No, there's no money in heaven, I told you that.
Full of hash.
Hmm?
Full of hash.
What is?
Full of weed, full of hash, full of all that crap.
No. There's only good things in heaven.
Like fucking Jew.
Sure, you laugh at this fast.
There's only good things in heaven. Amen? So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sterilize you.
Hey, honest question, right?
Quite literally. Do you know that vaccines cause infertility? That's next. Go on.
So, you said you're Jewish.
I said I'm a true Jew.
Yeah, you're a true Jew.
That's right.
But you believe in God. I thought they didn't believe in God.
No. But they're not true Jews.
Half Catholic. But we learned in
Okay.
school.
Okay, hang on a second. The original Jews walked with Jesus Christ. Or sorry, walked with God. Okay? Jesus Christ is God in the flesh.
God in the flesh.
Are you getting this?
Very slowly, yeah.
That's fine. Take your time. There's no rush. Right?
Voice.
So the true Jews walked with God, Yahweh, the one true God, Adonai Elohim. Okay? Then they departed from him. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what happened? The true Jews fell away from God. They started doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then when Jesus came along, they denied him. They said, that's not the Messiah.
I thought you walked 10 minutes ago.
Okay? So anybody who believes in Jesus is a true Jew. You get it now?
I do, I understand.
Okay. So I'm a true Jew. I'm a true Israelite.
Would you fight for your country?
But the war's already won. Jesus won when he.
You fought addiction, you
But when,
fight for your country.
but when,
Win World War One.
when,
or
Je-
two.
when Jesus died on the cross, he defeated death, hell, the grave, Satan, and sin.
Yeah.
It's over. The war is over. This is a rescue mission.
A rescue mission.
The war is won.
Who's drowning?
But I'm here because I'm reaching out to you. Like, do you know the way they send back the
The
paramilitary?
over in Israel.
Do you know the way they send back the guys in the helicopters to go and take people out of the war zone after they say, the war's over? Come on, get on the chopper. That's what's happening here. I'm reaching out to you. Heaven has come near. There's an opportunity for you to be rescued from this place that's going to be destroyed. And the only way you can get out of here is Jesus Christ.
That's when we go to Mars.
Hmm?
That's when we go to Mars.
What's Mars? A Mars bar? There is no planets.
There's no planet.
There's no such thing as a planet.
What's this? Is this not
No, I'm
planet?
serious.
Is this not planet Earth?
This is the universe.
It's Earth, yes. The universe is everywhere.
Earth is the universe.
I could go to my SNA down in Ashgar, the universe.
But just because somebody says something doesn't make it true.
Oh, you're saying it.
Yeah, but I have evidence.
What's your evidence?
Show me that book. Let me read it.
Nope.
Sure, show me the book. I want to read
No,
it.
you can get the Bible free on your phone if you have a phone.
What do I look up?
Just you get a free Bible app.
Free Bible app. Right, I'll look it up now.
Yeah, I'm saying there's no planets. Yeah.
What's the
Do
name?
you want to know the true nature of the earth? Yeah. Okay.
What's the
God,
name of it?
just put in Bible app.
Bible app.
KJV.
Huh?
KJV Bible app.
That says there's no planets.
There are no planets.
So like Mars doesn't exist.
There are moving bodies, but there are no planets.
That's €4.
No, there should be free ones. Keep looking.
Sure, like science proves it.
Science just means knowledge. So give me proof. Using the word science is insufficient.
You're reading the kids' Bible.
No. Read the kids' Bible if you want. Just give me proof.
Oh, planets. There's fucking pictures of them.
Oh, pictures?
Yeah.
Well, sure, what about CGI?
Where's your proof that that's all right?
That's some board, man.
Can we stick on the point and then, because you're jumping from subject to subject here.
No, but you're saying that there's no proof and you have evidence. What's your evidence?
Oh yeah, but I've evidence of the nature of the earth.
Yeah.
Because God told us how he made the earth.
NASA's
now
taking
wait
people
a
to
second.
space.
Yeah, God
Who
told
said
us.
that? Someone could say that.
Yeah. But why, but answer this, right? If the world is 6,000 years old, okay? Because the oldest writings that we have found are 5,000 years old.
So do you think the world is 5,000 years old?
I think it's a bit older than that.
It's 4 billion years old.
Another lie.
I hear that. You're reading fucking child books.
I'll tell you why. No, the children's books will tell you come from an ape. Do you know why? Do you know why they tell you all these lies?
Right. Is the earth flat?
Listen. If there were no mountains, the earth would be flat. Listen. Or no oceans. Listen. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So if they can convince you that you came from an ape,
You know, just some fucking junkie wrong.
why you curse? Don't curse. Don't curse. So
God is telling me
why?
we're going to huge stage.
Not crack cocaine. No.
What was it?
Yeah, cocaine.
Just cocaine.
Yeah.
How
Can I ask you a question? You don't
I
look
did
like
cocaine.
You don't look like a man who does cocaine.
I did a lot of healing.
How? You do heroin.
No.
If you don't do cocaine like you say, don't cocaine. You
Look,
know
there's
you stick out like a sore thumb.
But there's a more important issue at hand here.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. If they can convince you of anything else,
That's some.
but hang on, can I come in for landing with my point?
Yeah, no worries.
So, if
you don't crash?
in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, and if that's true, Satan doesn't want you to believe that, correct? Okay, so he's going to do anything he can to convince you that he's going to lie to you about the nature of the earth, isn't he? So that he can hide God. Right, so that's his incentive, yeah?
Well, like, how do you know that's not all just bullshit?
But you know that it's only 500 years ago that they convinced people that the earth was a globe. All before that, like, people knew that the earth was an enclosed system in the midst of the great deep.
They also put black people in slavery and all that, so like they're retards back then.
No, no. What I'm saying is, like, there are levels of intellect that have been illustrated to human beings. Like, all you have to do is look back to the way they used to build structures, and you can see that they had technology that we don't have today.
But the technology is what says the science, right?
No, science just means knowledge. That's all it means.
Oh, you can light things on fire in science.
Right, but science just means knowledge.
Now, what does religion mean?
Religion means to do something over and over again.
Just like me. So if I go home and pull around at myself over and over again, is that religious?
You can do anything religiously.
So if you do something over and over again, does that stand to religion?
Well, if you do what you just said, you're going to hell.
I can go to hell.
I can't remember.
I can go to hell.
Unless you turn to Jesus Christ.
I think it's been left now.
So if you're not Christian, you don't have.
Exactly. True Christian, because there are many fake Christians,
What's a fake Christian?
is a person that claims to know Jesus. You're Buddhist?
Yeah.
So you're on your way to hell, sir.
Why am I on my head to hell?
Unless you have Jesus, you're on your way to hell.
But you're trying to throw your religion on me. That's
Okay.
religion. That's you know.
Yeah, but we have a right to
I
proselytize.
have a right to my. You know, you're telling me I haven't got a right.
I didn't say that.
Well,
how do you know,
you're
like-
preaching like.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm going. You told me there. I'm just doing about it's going to go ahead because I'm Buddhist.
Unless you have Jesus.
But you're Jesus.
Doesn't matter whether you're
Jesus
Buddhist
is
or
within the Buddhist religion.
it doesn't matter if you're Buddhist or if you're
The Buddha is Jesus.
Muslim or
The Buddha is
a Catholic. You're going to hell unless you have Jesus.
The Buddha and Jesus are the same person.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
It is a lie. I have it here, the historical account.
One of the boys wants to ask you a question there on the mobile phone.
What did he say? Can
What'd you say? Can you bless him?
I bless you?
Can he bless you?
Bless you, sir.
Bless you. God bless you.
Turn to Jesus.
Turn to Jesus. He loves Jesus.
Put your faith in Jesus unto salvation.
Salvation.
Yep. So here, God was his spirit was over the face of the waters, the great deep, an expansive body of water. Yeah? An expansive body of water. God set the firmament in the midst of the waters. So the firmament is an impermeable, dome-shaped structure, solid. Okay? He placed it in the midst of the waters, the great deep, to separate the water from the water. That is, to separate the oceans from the water outside of the firmament. So that means there's no outer space.
So do you think that God just went, let there be light, went like that, and there was fucking light, and then went like that?
God is spirit, so he wouldn't have been clicking his fingers.
So he just flicked his fingers.
He just said, let there be light, and there was light. He said it. He speaks things into existence.
He just said it doesn't mean it's true.
God is spirit.
So like, We didn't.
Do you believe in the theory of evolution? Darwin's theory and all that there?
No, it's not proven. It's rubbish.
But Adam and Eve aren't.
It's rubbish, sir. You know it is.
How do you know Adam and Eve is rubbish?
Because we have evidence.
What's the fucking evidence?
Did someone take a
You know
selfie with
this.
them?
You're getting off. You're getting your notes off on this type.
I don't agree with that. No, I have no agreement with that at all.
You're like,
It's absolutely joyous to tell people the truth.
Why'd you get arrested for
How do you
that?
know it's the truth?
Because I know it is.
it's your
I have a relationship with God.
It's not everybody's truth.
Hey, is it true? Someone sitting there a few weeks ago told me you got the head boxed off here a few weeks ago.
No, I got tackled.
Thank you. By who?
Just some guy who's there.
And did God save you?
He's the sustainer.
He wasn't there for you then.
What happened to you then? Did you go off the ground and walk away?
Oh, I kept preaching.
What did you do?
He walked off.
If I was you, I would go up and I absolutely would have
Listen.
been on the ground.
The wicked flee, though nobody pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
I'm in line to ask my girlfriend.
He ran down the road. I wasn't chasing him. Where was he running from?
So the lad that tackled you ran down the road.
Yeah, he sped off.
So he attacked you and he
You're a
ran off.
musician, aren't you?
Musician?
You're a musician.
But I'm here to speak about the
I
Bible.
know, but you're a musician, aren't you?
Yeah, but
And you're a good musician.
I'm mediocre.
You're an excellent musician. Yeah.
Why are you the only one with a
I don't know
microphone?
what happened to you.
I don't know. Do you have one?
Yeah, well, no, but why do you have to have a microphone? Why did your voice have to be louder than everybody else?
No, it just preserves my voice.
Legend.
Lad, no one likes you here. Why are you here?
Not talking will preserve my voice too, but use it or lose it, right?
You can't hear you, mate. Turn it up.
Can you turn it up?
Yeah, I can go a bit louder, yeah.
Would you not turn around and call him a prick?
No, why? Bless him. He's an image bearer.
Bless you.
We're made out of the same flesh and bone. Yeah, absolutely.
You're all fucking flesh and bone.
We all come from Adam and Eve.
No, I come from mother.
Genealogy, we have it here, right here.
Is it Jeannie, not the person sitting in front of the wall?
Have you read this? Have you read it?
I've read something about that.
There's genealogy in there, lineage all the way back.
What time are you leaving at? I'm going to 7:30.
Why don't you love your Creator? Why don't you love
I
Jesus?
love my mother.
I do.
Clearly.
I fucking just.
And I love my father. Like,
Why don't, there must be something wrong if somebody doesn't love the one who gave them life,
My
right?
father is my creator.
No,
Yes.
no.
Did Jesus write my mother? No. My father did.
God is spirit.
God is fake.
Lies.
Huh?
Lies.
If that's the case, then he would have the body.
Okay, let's look at this, right? Does that building build itself?
No. Hard work.
Now, you were quick to answer that. You were very quick with the answer.
Hard working men build.
Now listen. If that building didn't build itself, that tree didn't build itself.
I did.
True.
Hard working men sowed that tree.
No, no. Where did the seed come from?
Seed.
It came from the other tree.
That's a good fucking question. Where did the seed come from? That help me.
Seed.
Oh, the seed for the tree to grow. Where did that come from?
You see, you run out of answers, don't you?
I thought I had an answer earlier. No.
So that means there's a creator.
Yeah, and that came from somewhere else.
You see? So you have no excuse for saying there's no God.
But there's no excuse for saying there isn't God.
Well, I can see his creative handiworks.
There is a higher power.
Hang on a second. Beautiful women,
I haven't seen one today.
strong men,
In the wrong place.
intelligence, a cute puppy, a pretty flower. Evidence.
Calling that man a flower.
Evidence for intelligent design.
Sure, if God's so good, why does he let people die all the time?
Exactly.
Death came into the world because of the sins of man. It's a curse. The soul that sinneth must die.
So if I just get someone just shoots me right now, that's my fault.
I didn't say it's your fault.
But you said it's a sin of man.
Did you just say if I get somebody to shoot me?
No, if
What
I
did
just
all
someone
the
shoots me.
little children that started to get to the Meg squad
What's it? Can you say that again?
Children, you know the little children in Africa, the children in third world countries.
I thought you were a Buddhist.
What did they? No, I'm asking you, what did they do
Young lad.
to vex God?
What did they do to vex God?
As they're dying, like,
Yeah, so there's obviously a knock-on effect. Like,
you're making.
are you going to wait for the answer? Or just a space?
Not dismissing. Go ahead.
Okay, so to address your question,
Why did Jesus die to save
I'm going
Jesus died to save our sins?
one second. Can I answer his question? Then I'll answer yours.
Take it, right?
That's a good question, though. Hang on there. So, if people have sinned, and the punishment is death, well, then we all have to suffer death.
Why did the children continue to sin?
For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
The child can't sin. The baby can't sin.
A baby can't sin, correct? But God is just.
Yeah, but why are they dying? Like, why is, if God is so just,
Yeah, yeah.
why are the children born into this world to die of starvation?
Where?
In fucking Africa and all over the world, third world countries now.
Yeah.
There's people starving to death.
How many do you know?
I don't know. How do I know statistics like that?
Exactly.
I don't know, but what the reason? There's people hungry.
Sure, are people hungry in Ireland.
There's no one hungry in Ireland.
So what I'm saying to you is this.
No, you're not saying nothing to me. You didn't.
Oh, okay, you don't want the answer. Can I address your question, young man? Because this man is saying I'm saying nothing to him.
All you addressed was that God is will take evil people. No, all I've said to you, a child is not evil. A child that's born in poverty and hungry is not evil. How can he be evil?
We're born with the law of sin living in our flesh. There's only one way of salvation.
You're wrong.
Don't you let him land.
Keep on rocking, man.
Blessing, sir. Have a nice day.
Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Play your guitar. Get the real God.
Get the
Get what
fucking
you're
face
meant to
up.
do. You're a great musician.
God defines me. I don't define myself.
You're a great musician.
Great musician.
Boy, that went.
Blessings.
You're only making anything for yourself.
That's. I already have enemies.
Nice man. Nice man.
Blessing, sir. Can I just 1 second? Can I address your question? You said why do we need to put our faith in Jesus?
No, why did Jesus die for our sins?
Oh, because he loves us.
He has a camera.
Oh, he does too.
Because he loves us.
YouTube channel.
What?
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Word on the Street Ministries. I don't always post. If you don't want me to post, I won't post this.
Post away. Post away. I tell those school yeah.
So, to answer your, don't do that. So to answer your question, right, is this.
Now, what do you think of this music?
1 second. Seriously, I want to address your question. I want to address your question.
Go on.
If you ended up in court tomorrow,
You without a beard.
1 second. Yeah. If you ended up in court tomorrow,
He's already in court.
I'm in court tomorrow.
right, so if you end up in court tomorrow, right, we don't need to know about all of that, okay? Keep that to yourself. So if you end up in court tomorrow and somebody stands up and says, Judge, I will pay that man's fine,
Yeah.
and you can let him go free,
Yeah.
would you not allow him to pay your fine so you can go free?
Like, not for left me, but yeah, I would.
Jesus has done it. It's already done. All you have to do is put your faith in him and declare before the courts of heaven that you're going to allow him to pay your fine.
Right, so as I said, I'm in court tomorrow, right?
Okay?
Box the head off young fella.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Why didn't Jesus stop me doing it in the first place?
Couldn't stop me that time.
God knows.
He didn't stop me there.
Yeah.
You said God knows.
He doesn't always stop it.
Why didn't he? He would
Now-
have saved me a few hours going up to Dublin.
Now listen. God will send a cruel messenger against the rebel. Do you understand what that means?
No.
Hey, can you turn that camera off?
No. So God will send a cruel messenger against the rebel. Doesn't mean that God is a cruel messenger, but it means when he judges somebody, he can use the judgment of one man to judge another man.
If he's sending the messenger.
You have a nice
Do you understand what I'm saying, though? Did you,
Yeah. Well,
I just want to make sure that this man heard what I said because he was asking the question.
What is that?
Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
So
I-
God can use your judgment to judge another person. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
But are you not in court tomorrow?
I am.
So that's justice.
How is justice? I'm going to get fined for it or in trouble. I don't know.
is that
You
not
just walk
justice?
up there with a gun and shoot everyone.
No, I won't. Because then I'll be in. I don't want to be in.
Does that mean if he does that, does that mean he's God's messenger? That's what you're saying, like.
God will send a cruel messenger against the rebel.
Now sing a
That
few
means
songs
God's
first.
cruel.
A cruel messenger doesn't belong to God. A cruel messenger is not from God.
Who's from?
The judgment of the cruel messenger, God is using that to judge another. Are you picking up what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
It's quite a compound
No, I know what you mean, yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
But God can use the judgment of one man to judge another man.
Can I ask a question?
It doesn't mean that he agrees with the man who's sent the judgment,
Why do you send him to do it then?
because he's sovereign.
Did you buy that Bible or did you get it in the hotel you stayed in?
It means that he's absolutely in control. He's sovereign. He is the highest power
Why does he stop?
Would you sell the microphone?
because of free will. He had a free will to choose whether he was going to punch that man or not.
So it's us that's deciding.
I'd advise you to have a punch an 8-year-old.
You. That's what I started out this conversation by saying you are a moral agent.
Actually deserves it.
You are a moral agent. That means that God has given you free will.
Yeah.
He's given you the ability to understand the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And he's given you accountability. And he's also given you the ability to understand right and wrong. Obviously, if he gave you the ability to choose between right and wrong. So you have no excuse for doing wrong.
Yeah. Sure, if we have free will, then that means that God's not us.
Yes, but God's what? You have free will. Yeah. Well, God's...
God
Jerry,
can't
don't you want to
control
listen to
anyone.
this preacher here?
No, God gave you free will. He was serious when he gave it to you.
He's not the messenger.
No, he's not trying to remove your free will.
Huh?
How do you think there's no planets then?
I don't know yet.
Why are you jumping over to that
I
again?
just can't get over that. Like, how do you think?
No, okay, people think that they can discount the preacher by saying, you're a lunatic, like, why do you think the Earth's flat? Nobody believes that anymore. What are you talking about?
Do you think the Earth's flat?
Of course, well, the Earth is a flat plane, but it's obviously has mountains and peaks and
Do you
valleys.
think it's a
can't get in
big
close.
shot?
It's a
It's
sphere.
a sphere. Like.
It's not a sphere. The Earth is not a sphere.
There's pictures of it though.
So what? CGI?
And I have no money for it.
You're some man if you can CGI this.
That's what they do.
I could not. The only thing I can CGI is my face onto you. That's all I can do.
Computer-generated imagery.
What's that? CGI.
So everything we've ever learned is lying to us.
So you're saying there's no.
I don't know everything you've learned.
That's all we learned in school. That the world is round.
Anything you've learned from me today is the truth.
It's the truth.
Well, like, how do you know? How can you believe that? Someone writing that, like, how many years? 2000.
Okay, so this is the Holy Bible. Holy means complete. Bible means library. So it's more than one book if it's a library. It's 66 books, 40 authors.
Yeah, but then I'm a wardrobe. Like, that book's a
I'm a
library, I'm a
fucking
wardrobe.
No, this is a library because it's more than one book. Okay?
But how did someone just wrote that 2,000 years ago? How do you know they weren't just off their nut when they were just writing it?
After not. They were inspired by God. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Inspire. Think about it. Respiratory system. Breathing. Inspire, to breathe in. God breathed his word into people.
How do you, like, does that say that there's no planets? And that, that the world's flat?
Do you want to see what it says?
No.
I can read it for you. It won't take long.
Hey, babe, off me.
It won't take long. I can read it for you.
Show me where it says the Earth's flat.
Now you're sounding like you're a Muslim. Show me where Jesus said, I am God, worship me. There are many ways to say something. But there are many ways to say something. If it doesn't show exactly what you've said verbatim, doesn't disprove that that's the idea that it's giving us.
Oh, where's the idea it's giving you?
Okay, so I'll show you.
Hey, if it's so, why was the Bible reprinted?
1 second, I just want to answer this question. the
Why
man's
do they
question.
lie that the Earth's...
And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.
Waters.
So that means the Earth's flat.
That means the earth is an enclosed system in the midst of the waters. We're underwater.
So you're believing...
We're underwater, yeah.
No, but
Oh, no, you're not drowning. You don't have to drown to be underwater. No, you don't. Okay, what about SeaWorld?
That's glass around water.
Yes, now you're getting the concept, right?
Oh, fuck off. There's that on the wall. Where is it?
That's a firmament keeping out the waters.
Hey,
Now
lad.
you have the idea.
I know that's not fair music,